Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, you'll meet one of the founders of a private equity firm who has dedicated his life to servant leadership. His story just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
So my father and brother are both ministers, and I obviously am a Christian, and I'm a big fan of servant leadership because Jesus was the ultimate servant leader. And that's why I invited my next guest on the show, Edward Crawford. He is the co-founder of Coltala Holdings. Coltala. Yeah. And he is an Afghan vet, and he's my friend. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me, Jeff.
Yeah. All right, well, let's start with a little bit of your military background, because first, thank you for your service to the country.
Thank you so much.
When did you join the military?
So I actually joined the military late. I was in the Peace Corps early in my life, and then joined the military after graduate school. So I went into the reserves as an intelligence officer, and then ended up serving in Latin America and also in Afghanistan.
And you have a private equity firm, and tell us how your military background shaped the way you lead your firm.
Yeah, so my partner and I are very similar backgrounds, but very complementary as well. And the way we look at it is kind of an extreme ownership. Like when we make mistakes, we can apologize, ask for forgiveness and move forward, and we learn from our mistakes. So it's a continuous learning culture. We do things like after action reports. So after every acquisition we do, after every process we go through, we say, how could we do that better? And we'll sometimes ask the counterparty, what do you think we could have done better to improve? And so it's a continuous improvement culture that was in the military and also is kind of shared with the Coltala enterprise system that Ralph Manning and I helped develop in our firm.
So I would wager I could look at 1,000 private equity firm websites, and I would not see the phrase servant leadership in there. What is it about servant leadership that really speaks to you?
Yeah, so my grandfather escaped the Holocaust and as a Jewish individual in Austria, and came over to this country, really wanted to serve and in the U.S. military, ultimately becoming a doctor. And so servant leadership to me is like we all have jobs, we all have God-given gifts that we have, and we can use those things to line our pockets, we can use those things to hurt other people, or we can use those things to build, right? And I truly believe that in the business world, the best way to build something is through servant leadership model. And one of my mentors was a gentleman named John Elstrott, who was chairman of Whole Foods, one of the initial guys in Whole Foods. And he always had a double bottom line. He said, you can have a business that makes a profit, but you can also have a business that helps others. And if it helps others and it makes a profit, it's a sustainable business that does good in the world. So that's very much our mission and margin ethos, is trying to, whether it's nurses and serving those in hospice, or helping somebody fix their HVAC that's gone out in the middle of summer, and treat employees well, and also make a profit so that it's sustainable.
Yeah. We found a great overview video. Let's go ahead and roll that now.
At Coltala, we deliver products and services that truly have an impact on people's lives. You're already a successful business leader. At Coltala, we want to take you to the next level, whatever that goal may be.
At Coltala, we build businesses of significance. We do this in several ways. First, we hold mission and margin in equal regard. The DNA behind our mission and margin approach really stems from our extensive background working on the nonprofit sector. For me, it was humanitarian missions and child welfare. For Edward, it was Peace Corps and the Navy. But what we learned from these experiences is that in order to protect the important missions of these organizations, we had to focus and drive margin or operational excellence. And that this concept of mission and margin is not mutually exclusive, but rather it's mutually inclusive, and that it applies equally in the business world as it does in the nonprofit world.
This is not just about spreadsheets and margin. It's about something much greater than that. We help you build a plan to achieve new goals and new heights. We have your back all the way from the shop floor to the boardroom.
We resource and support our executive teams through our Coltala Enterprise System, a business system utilizing time-tested Fortune 100 tools grounded in lean management principles. Our unique organizational structure enables us to hold businesses for the long term. It takes time to build best-in-class industry leaders. This long-term perspective, combined with our mission and margin ethos and our Coltala Enterprise System, are the factors that set Coltala apart.
At Coltala, we believe in the hero's journey, and you are the hero. The founder, the operator, the business owner, the entrepreneur. But you have a problem. You need capital to get to the next level of business, and you need a trusted partner to help you truly grow.
Our results are indisputable.
As a business leader, investor, and owner, I found tremendous value working with the Coltala team. Their hands-on, roll-up-your-sleeve approach uses a systematic, continuous improvement method that has helped me become a better leader, operator, and manager.
I love my role at Coltala and working with each business owner to craft the growth plan to ensure that the owner and employees' interest comes first. That's where true value is created.
It is a pleasure to see the profound impact that can occur when we partner with amazing management teams. Seeing these business leaders and CEOs thrive under the right partnership and guidance is what really excites me about our business.
At Choice, we're very excited to partner with Coltala Holdings as they help us grow our business across the southwestern United States.
Our vision at Coltala is to grow the companies entrusted to us, creating thousands of jobs and impacting the lives of thousands and thousands more throughout Texas, the surrounding states, and throughout our great country.
Wow, what a cool company. And I should also brag that Edward is a brilliant speaker. He's given a TEDx talk or two, and we've got some video we want to put up on the screen, and I want you to just kind of narrate this for us. When you gave the TEDx talk, what was the talk about?
Yeah, the talk was about kind of our mission and margin ethos, but really just the ability to serve and still have a successful career. So I tried to give examples of people that had done amazing things for others, but had also built amazing companies and businesses, and that those aren't mutually exclusive, but they all also help each other. So that was really the focus.
And I've never given a TEDx talk, but I'm told it's really difficult. Like, you have to hit a time. You can't just be extemporaneous.
It's true. I think I went 18 minutes, 18 and 30 seconds, and everything is scripted, and I was number 8 out of 8. So I got to sit there and watch everybody else go, worried that I was going to screw mine up very badly. So it was tough, but it was a really neat experience, and the people who did it, who really want to share a kind of an interesting message with the world, are inspirational.
Yeah. Do you enjoy the public speaking thing?
I enjoy it when it's something I'm passionate about. When I have to get up and talk about something I don't know or am not passionate about, I'm not so good at it.
Yeah, well, you're very polished. I also want to pull up your website because you have truly assembled a dream team. And as we scroll down this leadership page, I want you to kind of brag about the team you've assembled.
Yeah. So Ralph Manning, my partner and co-founder, is an incredible entrepreneur and a business owner. He was the founder of multiple private equity firms before this, and then also runs a Whistle Jacket horse farm where he has about 40 horses, top trainers, and competes around the nation. Russell Hartsfeld is former president of Texas Capital Bank, one of our partners. We have Melanie Barton, who works with us, that's really does a lot of our operations, incredible. John Nauert, who's our associate, who's amazing to work with, and then Jordan Sheik, who actually runs the Coltala Enterprise System within our businesses. Too many people that we work with to count in that short time, but just an amazing core team that we work with.
Yeah. Tell me about how you work with your clients and what does that engagement look like?
Yeah, so the engagement looks, most of the people we're looking for and to work with are founders or owners of businesses. They've gotten to a point in their career or in their life where they say, okay, I want to grow this to the next level. I've hit a bit of a ceiling, and I need a partner to help me truly grow. So in the example of Choice Home Healthcare, that's one of the ones we're working on. We built that business and helped support an incredible founder named David Jackson, and the former COO and now Chief Growth Officer, Trina Lanier, to grow that business from a small business, and now it's in over 100 million. It's 6 states, I believe, right now. So that's one example. Another example is when someone's in a transition and wants to sell a business to somebody that can take care of it into the next generation. So we've worked with a business called Pond Robinson and Associates. Alan Pond was the founder and owner of that business, and now we're working with Mike Raybon and Mark is the CEO. They owned part of the business with Alan, and he has transitioned away. Now they're running it with us. We've had an incredible experience with them. Despite a difficult year in real estate last year, we've done some incredible things with the business, grown the cash balances, paying down debt, hiring more people, reorganizing, a lot of things with them, great leaders. And so it's really, those are the two categories. And we, unlike a lot of firms, we look at the management team and the person running the business as the hero. We are the support. And so we are the support and the advisor, but they're the hero, getting shot at in the trenches every day, and we're there to really provide them support.
And I know you're a people person, and so sometimes the numbers might work on paper, but you will probably walk away from a deal that doesn't feel right.
That's true. That's true. Ralph and I both are men of faith, and so are our advisors and our team. We feel that doing the right thing is just much more important than making a profit. And so we have walked away from opportunities where the numbers worked, but character didn't. And that's, the character part is really important for us. And we feel like when it's the right person and they're given the time and we're able to put the right systems in, that ordinary people can do extraordinary things.
Okay, let's talk about the economy. And when the media talks about the economy, they're talking about the national economy. Texas is different. I mean, we're just blowing and going, aren't we?
We truly are. We truly are. I've actually done a bit of work for the state in the economic development realm, and we are seeing such an influx of businesses and business owners to the state that our workforce is actually having a tough time keeping up. And so things like nurses, things like technicians, engineers, software engineers, a lot of those more technical jobs, a lot of the schools in Texas are really going to have to, pull the weight up. University of Texas, Dallas, UT Austin, A&M, TCU, SMU, all these schools, so that we can truly have enough to keep growing all these companies. But it's incredible. It's the fastest growing state from a population standpoint in the country, I think, the last 3 years.
Wow, amazing. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, but first of all, love what you're doing with the show. And I think, our most important message for Coltala is to business owners that want to work with someone like us, that, it's Coltala.com, and we're happy to have conversations. And then to people that are, thinking about serving, whether it's Navy, Peace Corps, Teach for America, your church, whatever it may be, that serving is a way to become, somebody who can be a good leader in many different respects. And encourage people, when you're making a decision between the money and the service at a young age, please try to choose service first.
Mm. Wow, you inspire me. We're going to end with a website, which is, again, Coltala.com. The great Edward Crawford. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you so much, Jeff. Really enjoyed it.
That's it for now. We'll see you next time.